guys, welcome back for another tool talk. Today I want to talk about drills and drivers and what you should choose for your shop. You know, YouTube is filled with tool reviews. Nice, bright, shiny tools, brand new out of the box, comparison tests that don't mean a whole lot of anything. One driver drives a screw 3 seconds faster than another one. The battery lasts an extra 5 minutes. It really doesn't matter. What it comes down to, quite honestly, is what you can afford. Yes, the higher end brands tend to last longer, but if you're a hobbyist and you're only doing this a few evenings a week or maybe on the weekends, you really don't need those high dollar tools. But let's go through it. I'm going to show you what I've got and explain why I've got what I've got. So let's start with drills and drivers. First one, my first set. I've had these about 13 years. Porter cable driver. I bought this as a set. Drill, driver, skill saw, reciprocating saw, and flashlight. And they were cheap. They're brushed, they're heavy, but they got the job done. The drill, the smoke went out of it here about 6 months ago. The reciprocating saw died way back. But this thing has plenty of power. It gets the job done. And it's been right handy. And I got quite a few batteries and 2 chargers for this thing. Next. Hercules. Guys, this is some of the best value tools on the market right now, in my opinion. Harbor Freight sent me a coupon that if I bought a battery for $100, it's an 8 amp hour battery sitting back there on the bench, they'd give me a free tool. And I bought this 1/2 inch hammer drill. And this is a great drill. As a hammer drill, it absolutely sucks. This is actually the second one. First one went back under warranty. Now, the nice thing about Hercules, 5-year warranty, no questions asked. It got stuck in hammer drill mode and wouldn't come out. I haven't even tried to put this one in hammer drill mode because the hammer drill just doesn't work well. But I had $100 in this thing. The problem was I didn't have a charger, and they wanted $50 just for a charger. So, for another $100, I got the driver, a 2 amp hour battery, and a charger. And this charger, this driver, brushless, as is the drill, tons of power, it's light. I like this thing. It's a great value for the money. Don't know how long it's going to last. I've had it about a year. I don't use it all the time, but I drive a ton of screws with this thing, and it's never let me down. And then, top of the line. Now, I'm not a big fan of red and yellow tools. I'm a Makita fanboy. Because back when I had my business, I found Makita tools held up better than anything else on the market. But I bought this set. I had some money burning a hole in my pocket, and these went on sale. It was a kit, 2 batteries, charger, drill and driver, super lightweight. If you're a pro, this is what you're to buy. If you're just a home user, DIYer, this is almost overkill. And I got double the money in this Makita set as I've got in the Hercules set. And I've got more batteries for the Hercules set. Again, great power. The batteries last forever in these things. The one thing I hate about battery operated tools is the batteries die all the time. I'm inclined to almost run a cord. But For driving screws here in the shop, they're handy. For drilling a few holes, this drill and even the Makita drill, they're great. But if you're driving a whole bunch of holes, they eat batteries. I'm sorry. I don't understand quite why everybody wants battery operated tools. They're handy, they're convenient, but they do have their limitations. They're designed to clip on your belt and easy to carry around. But when you want to get some real serious work done, you go to corded tools. And here's my corded tools. Now this is a 1/2-inch Makita hammer drill that I have abused and beat, and it just keeps on ticking. So compare this and the motor to this. There's no comparison. This Makita, the drive system on it, the hammer system, so much better. But it still has its limitations because it's just a 1/2-inch drill. But I don't have to worry about batteries running out. I can go all day. And when I'm drilling small holes in concrete, you can see it's got a carbide tip bit in it right now. That's primarily what I use this thing for, is drilling holes for Tapcons. But when I need to really drill some serious holes for some really good anchors, I go with this monstrosity. This thing is absolutely amazing. This thing, nothing seems to stop it. It will drill those 1/2-inch holes that I need for concrete anchors and never think twice about it. It'll go through most anything. Plus, it's also a chipping hammer. Now, can you justify the price of something like this if you're only going to do it once in a while? No, definitely not. Rent one. It's funny, I had this out on a job site, and my electricians had a red one, and they were having problems with it. It just wasn't drilling holes and chipping like they needed. So I offered them mine, and they didn't want to give it back. They were impressed with what this tool would do. It is a workhorse, and this is a small one. It's just a great tool. And like I said, Hercules, 5-year warranty. You can't go wrong. Another thing, if you're just getting started in the shop, it's really convenient and handy to have, is one of these things. If you don't have a drill press, this thing is amazing. Throw your drill on there, center it on your workpiece, push down, depth stop on the side. There's multiple brands of these. This happens to be the Miles Craft. Don't know that this one's any better or worse than any of the other ones out there, but it's a handy gadget to have. I don't use it a lot, but when I need it, it's invaluable. So, just something to think about. Pick and choose the drills you need. Do you really need battery power? Corded tools are so cheap nowadays. If you're just getting started and you don't have a lot of money, buy a good 3/8 corded drill. You can use it as a driver and as a drill. Yeah, it's not as convenient, but it's better than nothing. Don't waste your money buying the high-end tools like the Makita or those red and yellow ones. You don't need these things if you're just getting started. Down the road, if you find you're using them all the time, then by all means. But save your money to buy other tools that you can use in the shop. There's so many handy accessories. I've got a whole drawer full of accessories just for these drills, for countersinking screws, um, wire brushes, plug cutters, you name it. There's so much stuff. And I've also got a small drill press, although I'd like to have a bigger one of those one of these days. We'll see how that goes. So don't necessarily believe the reviews that you're seeing online. All the tools are bright and shiny and work well when they're brand new. Stay away from the bottom of the line stuff that's junk. Stay with any of the name brands, and you'll get a tool that will perform well. Maybe not quite as fast as the high-end stuff. It may not last quite as long, but for occasional use, you can't go wrong. I hope that helps. I hope you get something out of this video and you'll consider subscribing. I try to do these tool talks every couple weeks with a different tool. I'm cheap. I want value for my dollars that I spend. I buy a lot of used stuff. I'm always looking for the deal. And I'm trying to pass that information on to you so that you can save money and have more tools in your shop, a bigger selection, so you can build more stuff. Now get out there and make some sawdust and have a great week. We'll catch you later. Bye.